Okay, hi everybody, we're back again with a new lesson. Okay, which is the turn hit. But before we're talking about this lesson, I would like to remind you to solve with me always the homework and some activities in the home in case of what to understand well what we study and to remember the more important information that I mention them every day in the videos. That's what I mean. So, sorry. So, I mean, you have to concentrate with me and to focus with all the important information that I highlighted every day in case of what to remember them when I give you some electronic homeworks or in the formal website of our school. That's what I mean. So, if you remember now, last time we studied last time what exactly they go with the flow of heat. This is the previous lesson that we take it already. So we talk about exactly what the conductors, okay, heat moving through the materials and what the kind of material that heat move through it, okay, like what exactly the glass or metal or plastic or whatever. So, and you remember that all of these metals has what exactly? Particles. These particles vibrate, but vibrate in the same rate? No, they have different rates of what? Of vibration. That's what I mean. The particles of solids are different, are not the same in what? In vibration. So, for example, the metal is not the same with wood. For example, the particles in wood vibrate, and the particles of copper, for example, is vibrate as well. But the problem here is what? If you want to differentiate between the particles of copper and the particles of wood, you will find that the particles of copper is vibrate more than the particles in wood. Okay, for that reason, there's conductor and what? Insulator. That's what I mean. This one is in conductor and this one is not conductor. Because what exactly? Because the wood is not conductor because what? Or not absorbing enough heat or too much heat. Because what exactly? Because the particles of always wood is what exactly has or vibrate, but not freely. That's what I mean. So let's start today with a new lesson with is turn heat. So page 466. Page 466. Please, if you're now with me, please open your book, page 466. Turn heat. So turn the heat around. This is our lesson today. Is turn heat around. I think is turn heat. Yes, this is the page. Turn the heat around. Okay. 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 Today we will talk. Last time we were talking about conductor, right, guys? So today we will start talking about the insulators. Insulator is material that doesn't conduct heat well. Okay, guys, that's what I mean. So if you remember last time when we give some examples of some kinds of material that doesn't absorb enough heat because what? Because it's what? The particles are not vibrate what freely. Like what? But like what exactly? If you remember, a glass or wood or whatever. But today we will talk about insulators. Okay, insulators is what? Is examples of materials that what covered or insulate what? Insulate the heat or electricity. That's what I mean. Like what example of material that cover the heat or insulate the heat? Like what exactly? Rubber or plastic, glass, oil, diamond, by the way, is kind of insulator materials that we used for insulating some high energy of power. Like no, I'm high in power, okay? Or the wood itself. Okay. So insulators is the material that doesn't conduct heat well. What about the conductors materials? Like what, guys? If you remember, the metals, all kinds of metal, most or not all, most kinds of metals are example of what? Of conductors. Like what? Silver, gold, copper, steel, iron. All of these are example of what? Of conductors. Conductors of what? Conductors what? Conductors materials or conductors what? Metals. And what else? The seawater. The seawater is example of conductors. Why, guys? It's water. It should be what? Insulator. If you try to imagine that the seawater contain of many kinds of metals, okay guys, and elements that what are conductor with the energy. For that reason, the seawater has more density than other water, because what guys, because it's made of so many kinds of elements and metals, okay guys. That I know one of them is what is the salt. The salt is that element that is conductor, okay guys. So the elements are insulators are what exactly is the element that insulate the energy from you, okay, or act like like a cover or a thick layer that protect you from heat or electricity. Okay, examples like what? Rubber, glass, oil, or diamond, or wood, or plastic. All of these are kinds of what? Of elements, insulators, elements. That's what I mean. Or electrical insulators. Okay. Okay. The first example I will talk today about it is what? The oven mains. Okay, the oven mains is example of, or this one is not oven mains, by the way. It's used for the what? The goalkeeper, for it's used by the goalkeeper in case of what? Insulating his hands from what? From the heat that's coming from the ball, okay, because you know that the ball is what? It's go or it's move with a high speed. For that reason, when it's strike your hand, it's what will happen to your hand? It's starting to what? To feel the pain, because what? Because there's no insulator that protects your hand. So for that reason, I'm advising you to wear it when you play like a goalkeeper, okay guys. So oven mains are example of insulators, okay. Oven mains also the same, by the way. I will search for here in the okay, I think here, okay, oven mains, sorry, mains, okay. Examples of what exactly? This one, okay, oven mains. To understand what I mean, this one, okay guys. All of these are kind of oven mains, and your mom wear it in when she go to the kitchen in case of preparing some food, because what she wear it for? What exactly? To so is only what? Or protect your hands from what exactly? From the heat that's coming from where? From the burner, okay guys. That's what I mean. So oven mains are examples of insulators that insulate what exactly? Insulate, or sorry, that insulate what exactly? Your hand from what? From the heat that comes from the burner. So they are made of material that poor conductor of heat, like what? Like the plastic, or what? Or what? Or cotton, or whatever. So plastic or rubber is example of what? Of material that what? Insulate, okay. Insulate what exactly? Your hand from the heat or energy, okay guys. Let's go to another example. Is what? Is the gases or the air itself is example of what? Of insulator. Why is example of insulator? I will give you example of the atmosphere, okay. Atmosphere that protects our earth from many kinds of dangerous or harmful waves, okay guys. So gases are example of insulator, like what? Our atmosphere that protect earth from what? From harmful waves. For that reason, or even some dangerous objects, okay guys, that attack our surface of earth, okay guys. So the atmosphere is what? It's work like what? As insulator. What is the atmosphere itself? Is a combination of gases, guys, okay. It's a layer of gases that surrounding our earth, so it's work like what? Insulator, okay. What else? Now the third example of insulator is what? In cold weather, layers of clothing trap your body heat near you. Okay, what does mean of guys trap your body? It's example of what? Of protecting your body from what? From cold weather. For example, this clothes are what? Are going to what? To protect your body from cold, because what? It has a thick, it's like a thick layer of material that protect your body from what? From cold. So it's work like what? Also like insulator as well. So in cold weather, layers of clothing trap your body heat near you. Or what else? Some kinds of clothes that absorb energy from the weather and keep it inside your body. For that reason, you get warm if you wear it, okay guys. So here another examples, the metal wires. The metal wires example that made of copper, of iron or iron are what are conductor, guys. Okay, guys. So, but how you can insulate them exactly, guys? How you can insulate the wires, the copper wires, by the layer of what, of copper or plastic, thick layer of copper or plastic. It's help to what, to insulate the copper from or insulate the energy from you. That's what I mean. So metals wires conductor electricity and heat, so most wires are covered in rubber to insulate them and keep people safe. That's what I mean. Okay, guys. So it's dangerous to touch what, to touch the naked copper wires with its, because it's conductor with what, with electricity, with its conduct with electricity, because what, because if you touch it without insulator, so it will cause what, it will cause death. So for that reason the copper wire is covered with what exactly, with layers of what, of rubber or plastic. Okay, in case of what, of insulating what, insulate the copper or iron. Okay, guys. Okay, what about animals also? Even animals what? Has insulator cover, okay, guys, or insulator layer that what, protect their body from what, from cold, like the polar bear that what, that live very exactly in the polar ecosystem, in the cold ecosystem. So for that reason his what, his fur is what, is thick, because in case of what, of protecting his body from cold and keep his body warm. So most furry animals stay warm in cold weather because fur is made of thick hairs. Okay, the thick hairs is it's work like what, insulators. Okay, guys, it's what, the thick hair that work like insulator in case of what, of keeping their body warm. What about your hair also, guys? Your head hairs, that example of what, of insulator. Because why your hair is very important, guys? Because it protect your head from the sun, of the world, of the waves of the sun. So it will keep your body what, cool. Your hair on the head, it will keep what, your body cool. So it's work like what, insulator. This is our lesson, but I will revise with you some examples in the book in case to keep the information in your mind and remember them when I give you some homeworks. That's what I mean. So here I think I give you here some examples about the hair or the fur hair that cover animals and work like insulator. But I will go to the next page in case of what, of give you this important example, by the way. Okay, this example is this working is talking about what exactly? Thermos. You know the thermos, guys, that you bring it with you to with you to the school in case of what your mom keep inside it what, a hot drink, right, guys, like tea or milk or whatever. So but why the hot drinks stay hot even for a long time, or for even if you keep it for a long time, if you try to drink it again, you will find it hot. Why, guys? Because what exactly? There are some techniques inside it that help the liquid inside it to keep warm or to keep hot. Okay, let me zoom in the page in case to understand. Okay, now it's clear for you. The first layer that I will talk about it is what? Is the glass lining. Okay, guys, the glass lining is example of what? Of insulator. This is the first insulator inside the thermos. Okay, guys, so inside the thermos there is what? So many layers of insulators. Okay, insulators are what I told you are what? Are the materials that what cover the objects from and protect them from heat. Okay, so here the first layer that I will talk about it is the glass lining. Okay, the inside the thermos. Okay, guys, this one. So what is the function of this layer exactly? A layer of a glass hold the tea here. Okay, so this is the layer of the glass which hold the tea. Okay, guys. Sorry. Does not conduct heat. That's what I mean. So it does not conduct heat. So the glass I told you is conductor, or guys, or insulator. The glass is insulator. For that reason, it's it will what? It will not absorb the heat from the tea. So this is the first layer, so it's what insulator is not conductor, because it will not absorb the heat from the tea. For that reason the tea will what? Will keep what? Hot. And then reflection. The second thing that the second technique that I will talk about it inside the thermos is what? The reflection. Because even in vacuum, radiation can move energy, okay? You know that. It's in the space, vacuum is, or space, in the vacuum or space, the radiation or the waves move or travel, okay? The light travel in the space, that's what I mean. But what about radiation can move? So, or the radiation energy can move, but the facing sides of the layers of coated in silver, the silver working like what exactly? The silver, because you know that the glass here, or the layer of the gliding glass, is covered with what? Something like what? Like a silver color, in case of what, guys? Of reflecting the light. So for that reason it will absorb the energy from outside, but it will keep the it will keep the liquid inside it what? Hot. Okay, so reflection is what? It's work like what? It's which act like a mirror, okay guys? It's work like a mirror. It reflects some heat back, okay? For that reason it will reflect. So the heat of the liquid wants move out, so the silver layer will reflect the heat itself back to the liquid, okay guys? That's what I mean. The last thing, the vacuum or the space here, this is the vacuum, okay guys? Here what I mean, there is a space here between the two layers of glasses, okay guys? Two layers of lining glasses, there is what? A space between them, or vacuum between them. Why, guys? So this space is empty, there is no particles of air or water, is vacuum, okay guys? Or it's empty, so there is a vacuum between the inner and outer. So this is the inner layer and this is the outer layer, okay guys? And there's between them what? A space without any kind of particles of gases, okay? In case of what? Of work like a layer that insulate what? The heat to what? To move out, okay? That's what I mean. I think it's so easy and not difficult. So this one is example of what, guys? Conduction and convection. Why, guys? Because what? The convection, why, guys? Because the particles of hot water or hot liquid is what? Is in motion, okay guys? So for that reason this is an example of convection. And conduction, because there is touching between the two objects are touching, which is what? The liquid itself, the hot liquid itself, and what? Also the lining glass, okay? The lining glass and the what? And the liquid itself, okay? So this is example of what? The thermos is example of convection and what? Conduction. Okay, now I will solve with you now this example. It's so easy, by the way, it's not difficult, but in case to understand you have to read it well before we start, okay guys? So although the straw house, what does mean, guys, of straw house? Okay, I will show you what does mean of straw house. That is made, by the way, or built by what? A small thin pieces of what? Of woods. Now I will give you this one, okay? This is what I mean. I will show it to you. Straw house, okay? See, like this one. This is the example of what? Of houses that is built in Africa, by the way, or in poor countries, okay? So this one is work also as insulator. Why, guys, insulator? Why this one is insulator? You will know why now. You will know why. Okay, so although the straw house is not the strongest one, okay, or not the strongest one, is not the strongest one, sure. Although the straw house is not the strongest, this is what mean of about the strongest, okay guys? Strongest is the strongest, okay? A straw house can be well insulated. Why, guys? Why will be well insulated? Because what? Who could give me example why? Because it's made of wood, guys, and wood is insulator, by the way. But there is another reason also. What is it exactly? I will show you something here. I will try to find it. I hope find it here. Let me see. Straw piece. I think straw piece is this. Oh, sorry. Okay, I think this one. Yeah. So the house is made of what? The straw house is made of what? Of these pieces exactly, of what? Of plants or what? Or dry plants. Okay, guys, for that reason, or dry stems. Okay. If you hold this one, you will find inside it it's work like a tube. Okay, guys, it's considered like a tube. Okay, a lighted tube. Okay, it's like a tube made of what? Of wooden. Okay, it's wooden, like it is a wooden tube. Okay, guys. This is the straw. This is what we mean about the straw. Is a dried plants or dried stems. If you hold each one of them, you will find them like a what? Like a wooden tube. Okay, guys. So for that reason, it's work like what? Insulator. Okay, guys. So if we need to solve this one, what we have to write here? Okay, guys. So I will try to solve it with you, but before I solve it with you, you have to think. Okay, guys. So there is air, because there is air, but there is air where exactly? By the way, air is insulator, guys, or conductor? Air is insulator. I told you is example of atmosphere. Is example. I give you example of what? Of atmosphere, the layer of gases that protect our earth. So there is air. Okay, inside what? Inside each piece. Okay, sorry, because this one is not working well. Each piece. Okay, each piece of straw. Which one? Which is this one? That's what I mean. Okay, there is air inside it, guys. Okay, there is air inside each piece of this one in case of what? Of insulating the heat from you. Okay, sorry, where we stop here. So there is air inside each piece of straw. So, and also lots of air. Lots of air where exactly, guys? Lots of air around each piece. Around of straw. Okay, I hope now you understand what I mean here, guys. Okay, for that reason this one is considered as insulator house, guys, because what? It's for that reason, if you stay here inside this house, you will feel what? You feel cool in what? In what? In a hot day. Because why, guys? Because this one is work like insulator that keep your place what? Cool. Okay, so there is air inside each piece of straw, and also lots of air around each piece of straw. Okay, and the straw, to understand what I mean of straw, I told you this one. Okay, now let's go to the booklet in case of what? Solving the booklet also as well. If you are now with me, please open your book. Sorry, open your booklet. Okay, where we stopped last time. Okay, let me check. I will find it here. I try to find it here. Okay, I hope to find it here. Downloads. I think I found. Last time I keep it in the downloads. Okay. Okay, grade 4. Now I will solve with you the booklet. Okay. Okay, open your booklet page, please. 85. Oh, sorry, 58. Okay, page 58. Okay, page 58. We'll solve it together. Okay. Okay, here I think. Okay, this one. No, not this one. Okay, 58. Okay, this one. Okay, the first question, 58. Please open your booklet, page 58. Okay, page 58. 58. Okay, I will write it again. Page 58. Okay, page. I will write it here. Okay, page 58. 58. Okay, materials that don't conduct heat well. Okay, the material that don't conduct heat well is what example, guys? It's the definition of what, guys? Of insulators. Okay, guys, insulators, the material that doesn't what? Conduct heat well. Insulator. Okay, insulator is the materials. Insulators are materials that what? Don't conduct heat well. A material that allow heat to move through it easily is example of what, guys? Is definition of what? What we have to write here? What is that the scientific definition term here? Is conductor. Conductor. Okay, conductors are example of what, guys? Of material that allow heat to move through it easily, like copper, iron, whatever. Now, question number 2. Complete the following. Metal wires conduct and what? Conduct what exactly? The metal wires, the wires that you found it always in case of what? Conducting what exactly, guys? Electricity. Electricity. And what else? Heat. Okay, and heat. Electricity and heat. Most wires are covered in what exactly, guys? In case of what? Insulating the wires. So we have to cover them with what exactly? Rubber. Rubber and what, guys? To rubber or plastic. To what exactly? To insulate them. To insulate. Okay, to insulate them. So number 3. The and act as insulators to keep the animal what? Warm. 4. And what? Also air, by the way. The air helps also animals to what? To keep their body what warm, because what the air is what is work like insulator, by the way, that protect you from heat of the sun. Okay, guys, so if there's what? Too much air that blowing around you, so what will happen to you in the sunny day? It will what? It will cool you a little bit. Okay, guys, for that reason air is working like what? Like insulator, because insulate you from what? Insulate you from heat. Let's go to the homework and I will solve with you now the homework here. Question number 3. Elements, okay, guys, are what exactly? Or elements are exactly what? Is insulator. Okay, guys, insulator. Insulator. Okay, guys, insulator. So the next one can be good insulator is what? The air itself, guys. Okay, the air itself is what? Is insulator. Okay, question number 4. True or false? Okay, and correct the answer. Okay, we should go here. Okay, here. Question number 4. We still page 58. Okay, guys, 58. So 4 is made of thin hairs. Okay, guys, so this one is correct or true? Sorry, this one is true or false? Thin or thick? Should be thick hairs. Okay, because this one is work like what? Insulator. For that reason this one it should be what? Thick, not what? Thin. So for that reason I will write here what? True. False. It's what? Is what? Thick. You have to write here what? Thick. So insulators can be used to slow down the movement of heat. It's true, sure. Okay, guys, so insulators can be used to slow down or to protect the body from heat. For that reason or to slow down the heat, like what, like the example sorry, like the example of what, guys? Like the example of thermos here in the book that we explained it already, the thermos. Okay, what's happening here? Like the example of thermos here, see this one, close this one, okay, like this one, okay, slow down the heat to move outside, okay, because the layers of what, of insulator, that what slow down the heat to move outside the thermos. Okay, let's complete here. Okay, grade 4 here. Okay, so question number 5, give a reason, explain why. Most wires are covered in rubber. In case of what, guys? To insulate them from heat, right, guys? To insulate what? The heat. Okay, for that reason I will write what? To insulate what? Okay, okay, to insulate them from what? To insulate them and keep people safe. You can write like this, and keep safe. Okay, okay, from heat or from electricity, whatever, or okay, guys, let's go to the next page now, or sorry, to the question number 6 here. Here they asking you to identify which one of them is conductor or what, insulator. So let's start with metal. Okay, guys, metal is example of what, insulator or conductor. Metal, any kind of metal, copper or iron or whatever, is what, insulator. Sorry, conductor. What about number 1? The kettle itself. The kettle is made of what, guys? Of iron or steel. So the steel or iron is example of conductor of heat or insulating the heat. It will work in case of insulating the heat or conduct the heat. So steel is work like what? Conductor. What about the handle? Okay, that where you hold the kettle itself. So the handle is made of what? Of plastic. The plastic is what? Insulator or conductor? Insulator. Okay, guys, insulator. The last one, the washer, is what? Insulator. Okay, thank you for listening and goodbye.